All right, I'm good, except for that I have stuff in my background. I just realized I've got my thing I use for Periscope over here. Ugh. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the What's in Makeup Weekly Chat. It's good to see you. I know. Calm it down, Jen. Oh my goodness. Okay, so at 9:58, my internet decided to go down. I'm like, no. So we had to restart everything and like, oh. So I apologize. I'm 4 minutes late. Hello, everyone. So today I thought what would be fun. Well, let me tell you what today is. So today, because of the incredible impact of the wildfires in California, I did turn on something called the Super Chat, but don't donate yet because I want you to make sure. Don't do anything yet because I want to make sure you have all the information. So what we're doing today is any AdSense revenue. So if people watch ads before they watch live chat, I get money for that. And then that money, all of that money is going to be donated to the Northern California Fire Relief Fund through North Valley Community Foundation. I found this foundation through their local news station. I believe it's called Butte County. And it's the link is down below. It's the abc7news.com. It's what they recommended that people donate to. Their purpose is, it says this fund will provide financial resources to organizations and agencies responding to those affected by the fires in Northern California. So all of my AdSense money from this video is going to go directly to that. And then there's ways that you can donate if you would like to donate. So they're all listed in the video description, but there's different things with each one. So the first one is Super Chat. Super Chat is a way you can donate directly through YouTube through the chat. It'll pop up and it'll say that you've donated. Now, what happens with that, and we'll get to the makeup in just a minute. If you're here for the makeup, wait till I start showing palettes so you can skip ahead. But this is really important. So YouTube, I found out, I thought that YouTube had a way that you could do this with charities and them not take a percentage. But I read that YouTube takes 30% of all donations, which broke my heart to hear that. I mean, 30% is a lot. Like I'm thinking like 5%, 10%, but 30% of Super Chat goes directly to YouTube. I think that's absolutely ridiculous. And there needs to be a way that you can donate to charities through it without YouTube taking a cut. Thank you, Jess, so much. I really appreciate you putting in the Super Chat. I appreciate it. But just know that if you donate through the Super Chat, that's fine. All of that money will be donated directly to the foundation, minus the 30% that YouTube takes. Now, the other way is that I put my PayPal down below. I'm going to see how much was donated. Like well, no matter what, like, however, well, I don't know. I'll figure it out. I just don't want to have to make like 9 different donations, you know, but I'll wait like a few days until this video stops getting views. And then I'll, oh, what happened to, hold on a second. I just saw somebody. Okay. Okay, never mind. All right, sorry, I got confused for a second. So, so all the money that goes to the Super Chat, I get notified through YouTube, and then I personally donate it. Any money that goes to my PayPal, I will personally donate once I find out how much money I got off of AdSense from this video. Or you can donate directly to them, and the link is in the video description if you'd like to do that. So thank you all so much that are already donating. I really appreciate it. It looks like Alia is donating. Thank you so much. One Wet n Wild palette worth of fire relief. Thank you so much, Ali. I appreciate that. Alia, sorry, I said Ali, Alia. There is an Ali, but thank you so much for that. So there's lots and lots of ways to donate. PayPal, I'm not sure for donations if they take any percentage, but much less than 30%. I wish it wasn't 30% for YouTube. I really do. So a bunch of people were sharing this on Twitter, and I was thinking, okay, what can I do that'll be interesting that people will want to watch so that I can have more ad revenue so that I can donate more money. So I thought a palette collection video would be a great way. So please don't take this as me like bragging while people are losing everything. Because I was thinking that I was like, is this going to come off as like people are losing everything and now I'm showing my palette collection? Is that rude? But I want to give something that people will want to watch. Because the more views this gets, the more money this video makes, the more money can be donated. So, yes. And then I'm also going to make a personal donation as well. Depending on how much money is donated through Super Chat, I'm going to cover some of the YouTube costs. That's what I did last time. I'll cover some of the percentage as well, probably up to like $50, $100. I'll cover of the YouTube, how much they're taking. Okay, so let's see. And that's in addition to the AdSense money, because I do want to donate personally as well. All right. So anyway, let's go ahead and go into eyeshadow palettes. That's all we're going to talk about as far as that, because I know a lot of people here to talk about eyeshadow palettes. Okay, so what I did was I broke out my drawers of eyeshadow palettes that I kind of have tucked away that aren't like my everyday. I'm testing them right now. Thank you so much, Katie. Much appreciated. Thank you, Katie. Thank you, Monica. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Thank you, Monica. So these are the ones that I kind of tuck away, but I've had these for a while. So if I show one and then you've tried it, definitely make sure you chime in with your thoughts about it. So it's not just my review, it's a review from everybody. I'm not going to go back and say hello to the collective brain this morning just because we're 6 minutes in already. But yeah, my PayPal is jenluvsreviews@gmail.com. So the first one that I just pulled out is the Balmed Nude Beach palette. This one I used a handful of times. I did like it, but it's so similar to other palettes that I have that it kind of got pushed to the side, even though it is a good palette. Thank you, Georgia. Thank you, Amy. It is a really, really good palette. Yeah, really enjoy this a lot. It's so similar to so many different things, you know? The problem, Rachel, with putting it in the title is that it gets too long. So, and I can't do it right now. I tried to put it in, but I couldn't figure out a way to put it in that wasn't too many characters. So I put it in the very top of the video description. So I'm hoping that that helps, that it's in the top of the video description. So anyway, so this one is, I really do like this palette. I feel like the Balm's eyeshadow formula is kind of, like if 10 was my ideal eyeshadow formula, I would say the Balm is like a 7. Like they're good, but they're not fabulous. They are a little difficult to work with sometimes, but I think some of the palettes are better than others. And I feel like their newer palettes seem to perform better than the older palettes. All right. So also pulling out of here is my Naked 3 classic. I'm making sure I'm not missing anything. This is, well, my clasp is broken on this side. Thank you, Desiree. Thank you so much. This palette is one that I never really got too into. And I feel the same way about the Naked Cherry. I feel like it's just the monochromatic thing is killing me with Urban Decay. I'm just not enjoying the whole naked monochromatic thing. It's not even naked anymore because it used to be that they were closer to skin tones and now they've just taken it to a whole different level. I'm waiting for like the naked ocean and everything's blue. Thank you, Alicia. I appreciate that. Thank you, Julie. Mwah. This palette, this little pan right here is falling out. I don't know. I mean, I feel like the quality of Urban Decay eyeshadows is good. Again, I feel like we're at like a 7 for quality as far as the blendability, the ease of use. But it's like, I can only get so much out of this. You know, it's like you can see every look you can create just by glancing at it. You know what I mean? Thank you, Princetta. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. Whitney says, I feel like Naked 3 looks cheap. And I totally see that. I totally see that. Kathleen said I would buy Naked Ocean in a heartbeat. I know, but can you imagine like a monochromatic, like sea green / blue? I don't know. Would you guys buy that? Would you buy Naked Ocean? Did I just give Urban Decay an idea? Thank you, Steph, for sending your donation. Much appreciated. Thank you so much. Hopefully we can donate a good bit. I'm going to put a screen capture on Twitter of my donation that I personally do so that everybody knows it's legit. I didn't keep the money. I mean, you guys that have been here for a while know that I would never do that. I wouldn't be able to sleep at night for the rest of my life if I did something like that. But I will put a screenshot of the donation. Hopefully they'll give me a receipt once I hit the donation. But maybe I'll do like a little video of my process of donating or something like that so that like somehow so I can show you that the money was donated. All right. Yes. Laura says she loves the number ratings. Can't wait to hear about palettes that are a 10. Yes. Well, hopefully. This one is one of, well, no. Is it this one? No, not this one. Thank you, Sarah. Much appreciated. Thank you, Sarah. So this is the Kat Von D. This was the Glimmer eye palette. I did a full review on this. This was a train wreck to work with. I had so much trouble with it, like so much trouble. I feel like Kat Von D eyeshadows overall, I really, really like, especially in like their holiday palettes and things like that. Thank you, Jenny. Especially in their holiday palette and things like that. But I feel like this really hard formula that they have in like this one, and then I have another palette, the Interstellar, coming up. I just don't, they're just really powdery, like to me. I have a lot of trouble working with them. And then the glimmers in here are a lot of toppers. Thank you, Pamela. Pamela says YouTube has taken creators down for using other donation ways like PayPal. Well, if they want to take me down because I'm trying to help people in California, then they can take me down and I will fight. I will make it a public event if they try to take me down for that. That might be for like personal. Like I can see if somebody's like, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. If they try to take me down, there will be a fight. Trust me. Yeah, Michelle says, don't forget to like and share so we can get more people. Yes, absolutely. Oh, someone's not a Kat Von D fan. Yeah. Manda, thank you so much. Manda donated 50 pounds. Thank you so much, Manda. Much appreciated. Thank you. So yeah, I didn't really enjoy this palette very much. Again, full review is on my channel. If you search for Jen Loves Reviews, Shade and Light Glimmer, you should be able to find it. Thank you, Angel. Much appreciated. Thank you. Okay, so this one is one I've been not wanting to talk about because I love Beauty Bakery. I love Beauty Bakery. I love Cashmere Nicole. She just seems like the biggest sweetheart, but I am not a fan of their eyeshadow palettes. This is the Neapolitan Ice Cream palette. It's just okay for me. This one feels to me like, is this made in China? Let me look. See if it says it on here. No, it's made in the USA, and I'm shocked that this is made in the USA because it doesn't perform like a made in the USA palette for me. It's very lightly pigmented. If you like a more lightly pigmented shadow, then I would say you will probably like this. But when there's I don't know, because it's created by a woman of color, I expect it to be more pigmented, like Juvia's Place, like Colored Rain, and it's just not. And I wish that it was. So this is one that just got buried in my collection, unfortunately. I did try another Beauty Bakery palette. I didn't enjoy that one as well. But if you like a lighter pigmentation, then you may enjoy this. I did like the color scheme of it. I thought it definitely fit with the whole ice cream thing. I think it's perfect the way that she picked the shades, but I'm just not a fan of the formula, unfortunately. Thank you, Charlie. Much appreciated. Thank you. Ada, directions for donating are in the video description because I didn't want to have to repeat it for people that have already heard it. Nikki, all the information's in the video description. It's to help the California wildfire victims. But the specifics are down below. I don't want to be that minimal about it with you. Okay, so the Meet Matrimony palette. I have a lot of the balm palettes. Meet Matrimony palette. I actually really liked this one. This one I would say for the balm is more like an 8. I like this one a lot better. I got some really beautiful looks. I love that there's a mix of lights, mediums, and deeps. So a lot of people can use this. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful palette. Thank you, Sarah. It's just a beautiful palette. It really is. So I don't know. I mean, it's one of those things where I have so many eyeshadow palettes that look just like this. So that's why it kind of got buried. But I do really like this. And I do like the Meet Matador palette as well. That's somewhere around here. I don't even know. All right. Hold on. I got to block somebody. How do I block them? Hide user on this channel. There we go. Okay, sorry, I had to get rid of somebody. Somebody was being gross. Oh, Tab was timing him out and I was blocking him. Anna Marie, thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, so I've got these ColourPop palettes. These were their first pressed eyeshadow palettes. Thank you, Karen. These were their first pressed eyeshadow palettes, and they were good. I was excited for them. It's a lower price point, so I didn't have a really high expectation for them. This one I liked better. This was the low-key one, I believe. Yeah, this was the low-key. I like this one better. The Weekend Warrior, I had a lot of issues with. The Amanda Steele one, I had a lot of issues with this one, where about half of them were kind of like, me. I mean, it goes with Steele. Right? I know that's not her last name, isn't like Steele, but Amanda Steele. I had a lot of trouble working with these. These I wasn't a fan of. So for a while, I was kind of anti-ColourPop shadows because of this palette right here. But they've definitely done some good things to their formula. And this one, I actually like, the low-key one. But again, it's those same colors over and over and over again. So it got buried. It got buried. Thank you, Connie. I think it would take me a while to write a sign. Hopefully they'll just read the video description, and I don't have any paper or anything in here, but that is a great idea, Connie, to make a sign so people know what this is for. Okay, so let's see. Let's do something different here. Okay, so this is an indie brand. This is called Velvet 59. And these, again, are kind of like the Beauty Bakery ones. They give a very light pigmentation. I did do a full review on the Velvet 59 eyeshadows. They're just okay for me. They're not great. Thank you, Erin. Thank you so much for that. You guys are donating like crazy. I'm so looking forward to looking at my PayPal later and seeing how much was donated. I'm going to put up screenshots of everything so everybody knows it's like legit. I won't put anybody's private information, of course. But yeah, so I feel like people that don't know me, like they're going to feel weird about it. And I don't want anybody to feel weird. And there's the direct donation link down below if you want to directly donate. So anyway, so this one was just okay for me. And if you search for Jen Loves Reviews, Velvet 59, you'll find the full review of these. They were just okay. It's like meh, meh. It looks like for some reason, the battery is going down really fast on my computer. I'm going to text my husband and see if he can bring my charger up real quick. Hold on a second. Oh, come on. Can you bring my computer charger up? Question mark. Okay. He'll be up in a minute, I'm sure. Annihilation says you should do news. I do. You must be new here, but welcome. Welcome to you. I'm glad that you're here, Macy. All right, so this one was the Interstellar Palette by Kat Von D. This is the same problem that I had with the matte shades in the Shade and Light Glimmer palette. They're packed really, really hard. He said totally. I only got 25%. I went from 100 to 25% in like 30 minutes. They're packed really, really hard. So they give like a really weird, like they're satiny finish, where I'm a big foiled kind of fan. So I can see where a lot of people would really like this. But for me, it wasn't oomphy enough. It wasn't popping enough. And it is kind of a cool tone, grayed out kind of look. And I just wasn't digging on it when I bought this. So it was kind of like, me. It was fine. It was limited edition. It's gone now. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'm down to 24%. I was at 100% when I came up here. Thank you, my love. I appreciate you. Okay. Let's see. This palette I featured in my swatch video that I did recently about why swatches do matter. And this is a horrible palette. This is by NYX. It's the Dreamcatcher palette. There are swatches in that video. This palette is so chalky, does not perform. It was like $14. I bought it and I've regretted every minute of it, except for that now I used it in that swatch video. So now it had a purpose for living in my life. It's just really chalky and bad. Thank you so much, my love. Let me see. Oh, Laura, thank you so much. 20 pounds from the UK. Thank you, Laura. Much appreciated. Thank you. I'm trying to keep up. Sarah, thank you so much. 2 pounds. That helps, man. Thank you. Awesome. I appreciate you. Okay. Let's see what else we have in here. Okay. We've got Naked Smoky. I don't think this is available anymore. This palette, I actually really liked it when I first got it. I enjoyed it. But the one from Coastal Scents I found to be the same quality, which was such a bummer considering this was like a $50 palette. Excuse me. Thank you, Angie. This was like a $50 palette and that was, I think, a $20 palette. It's a nice palette. I actually kind of like the quality of it. And it's not as monochromatic as the other Naked palettes, which I personally appreciate that they threw the browns in there along with the grays because it gives it the look a lot more depth and dimension. And I did like this palette, but I don't ever use it. I never use it. I should, but it's nice for duping purposes. It's nice to have for, you know, checking to see what might be similar in my collection. So Beauty for Button says, I was gifted the Smoky palette, but I never reach for it. Sarah says, I wish I got the Interstellar. You're honestly not missing a ton, to be honest with you. Julia says, hi, Jen, love from Italy. Love to your channel. Oh, thank you so much. Super fun to watch and really value your opinion a lot. Thank you so much. I try. Veronica says, NYX shadows are pretty hit and miss. I totally agree. Totally agree. All right, this palette is really, really good. Very, very expensive for an indie brand that not a lot of people know about. It's a brand called Serenity and Scott. And this is the Samantha Riley collection. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Jamie. Much appreciated. Thank you. Serenity and Scott is an indie brand. And the only time I ever heard of this before or now, like I haven't heard anything since then, is because of Samantha Riley. Samantha Riley used to put up a bunch of YouTube videos. She's friends with Coffee Break with Danny, so she's done a lot of videos with her. She hasn't really put up as many videos recently, but I bought this at IMATS, I believe, and she autographed it for me, which I was so excited that she autographed it for me. I was like, like I've been following her forever, and I thought it would be fun if she autographed it. I'm not a big autograph person, but when someone comes out with their own palette, I think that that's really special, you know? And this is a really good quality palette, but I think it was like $50 or something like that for this. It was really expensive. It was really, really expensive, but it's beautiful. I really should leave this out because it is a really good palette. I just don't reach for it because I'm always testing something new. Oh, Jen Gerard is here. Thank you, Jen, for being here. Much appreciated. She told me on Twitter she was going to make it. Thank you, Jen. Let's see. Jen from Eckerd, India. Love your channel. Oh, thank you. Go Notre Dame. I'm not a big sports person, but go Notre Dame just for you. Seth says, I'm the opposite. I love autographs. Not bragging, but I have a good size memorabilia collection. That's awesome. Samantha Riley is a sweetheart. I've met her a couple of times. She's very sweet. I should be going to IMATS New York in 2019. I go every year, so I should be there. I don't see any reason why I wouldn't. Julie says, your earlier suggestion of Naked Ocean, how about the name Naked on the Beach? And then they put blues and tans. Like do like a bunch of different skin colors of what people would like look like laying out on the beach. Like do like a gradient and then do like the blue oceany kinds of colors. Urban Decay. Julie and I need some commission on that. Urban Decay. But how genius would that be? Julie and I, we got this. All right, this is another really, really, really good palette. Let me make sure I've said thank you to everybody. Yes, I did. Okay. This right here, this is the Violet Voss Holy Grail palette. And I do believe this is coming. I shouldn't say it because I don't want to do spoiler, but this is somewhere in a subscription box, I think sometime soon. I think this is a really, really good palette. I think Violet Voss is one of those super underrated eyeshadow brands. They're really, really good. I haven't swatched anything yet. I should swatch some things, but like honestly, like these are really, really good. The level of foiled, if we're going from 0 to Juvia's Place, are like an 8. They're really good. Hold on, let's see. So you can see they're really good. They're nice. They're very easy to work with. And I really like Violet Voss eyeshadow palettes. Oh my gosh, my swatch arm is getting so dry. This arm is smooth. This arm is like the Sahara Desert. But yeah, I have this, and then I bought the Nicole Concilio palette on Haute Look, like way after it was released, and I really like that one too. She picked some beautiful colors. Say what you want about Nicole Concilio, but she did a great job on that palette. But yeah, so Violet Voss is definitely an underrated eyeshadow brand, and I hope that they get more love in the future because they really do a nice job. Quirky Beauty, thank you so much. Jen, I'm having trouble breaking across your name. Just Men, me loves. That's what I'm going with. Violet Voss needs more love. I totally agree. Margarita, thank you for being here from Greece. Alexandria, only have the Violet Voss I have is a flamingo. You know, Alexandria, I didn't get that one. I didn't get that one. Steph decluttered her Violet Voss palettes, but they were well loved. I guess, did somebody want them? After they were well loved, apparently somebody wanted them. All right. So this is the Wild and Alluring palette by BH Cosmetics. I do believe this was set in PR. I should probably tell you stuff that was set in PR. I don't think anything I've showed you was set in PR. It's possible some of the stuff from the balm was, but I think I bought all this stuff. How funny is it that the stuff that I don't use is the stuff that I bought? My friend Nancy did buy me some of this stuff because my friend Nancy is my fairy godmother of makeup and she buys me stuff sometimes. But I think most of this I bought. It's kind of sad. The stuff that I bought is the stuff I don't like as much. All right. But anyway, I think this was set in PR. I actually really like this. Their baked formula over at BH Cosmetics is actually really good. They're very fun. The only thing about these swirly shadows is that sometimes it's difficult to get the same look on the eye because you have to really swirl your brush around to make sure you get all of the colors in a swirly formula. Because then if you don't, then it's kind of hard to match it. You know, like Stila had those like tie-dye looking eyeshadows a while back. Those were really hard to get both eyes to match unless you swirled. All right. But I really like this palette. I don't know why I didn't do a full review on this. I should have. You guys see those? Well, they've got a really nice shine on them. They're easy to work with. They don't blend away. They do very nicely. And this is a really inexpensive palette. I don't know if it's still available or not, but I really like BH Cosmetics baked formula. I have here somewhere. Here it is. We'll talk about this since we're talking about the Galaxy Chic palette. I reviewed this back in my old house probably 4 or 5 years ago. I reviewed this palette and I loved it. There's full swatches over there and everything. If you search Jen Loves Reviews, Galaxy Chic, you will. Oh my gosh, I just remembered something about Tabitha. If you my production manager Tabitha that's here. I'll tell the story in a second. But if you Google that, you'll see my old setup from my old house when I had no natural light and I was teaching full time. It was a hot mess, but that's a great video. That's a great video. I still make the same videos now, just with much better quality. So when Tab and I first met, she was like, Jen, you can't call it the Galaxy Chic palette. It's not Galaxy Chic. It's Galaxy Chic. And I was like, well, it looks like Chic to me. And she's like, no, it's Galaxy Chic. And we had this debate back and forth about it. But anyway, this is what it looks like on the inside. And like I said, their baked formula is really, really good. They're probably next to Laura Geller. They're my favorite baked formula of eyeshadows. Laura Geller is my favorite. BH Cosmetics is my second favorite. And I'm not scared to say it. They're really good. I understand they're less expensive formula, but they perform. So whether they're less expensive formula or not, if they perform, they perform, you know, and their baked formula does. I don't like their pressed formula as much, though. I don't. Tab, do you remember that? You remember that conversation? We had this whole, and you were right. I was wrong. You're totally right. Ada says, I donated, but I don't see it here. PayPal, please let me know. Okay, PayPal will not show up here. If you donate through PayPal, it will not show up in chat. I'm going to get it afterwards. So like if I open up my PayPal right now, I can open it up real quick and we'll do like a little PayPal check-in. Let me log in real quick and we'll do a little check-in and we'll say thank you to some PayPal people. Okay, so it looks like, wow, you guys are amazing. Lily, thank you. Callan Cosmetics, thank you. Kristen and Stephanie. Gerard Cosmetics, thank you so much. Gerard Cosmetics coming through with a sizable donation. Thank you, Jen, from Gerard Cosmetics. Denise, thank you so much. So those are the ones, yep, those are the ones. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 payments. Lily, Callan Cosmetics, Kristen, Stephanie, and Gerard Cosmetics, and Denise. So thank you. All right. But yeah, that one did not come through, Ada. I don't have an Ada over there. So I'm not going to donate it today because I want to make sure that this video has time to live. So I'll probably donate it middle of next week just to make sure that all of the donations have come in before I donate. Also, I have to find out from YouTube how much AdSense money this video has made, and then I need to make my personal donation and all of that. Yes, donation info in the description box of the 3 different options that I have available for you. Opinions on the James Charles palette, I will be reviewing it. I'll tell you that. I will review it, and we're going to review it. We're going to dig deep. We're going to dig deep. All right, I've got some good stuff to show you now. I've got some good stuff. The Lorac Mega Pro Original Palette. This was from the original launch. This is the original Lorac Mega Pro Palette, the one that sold out super fast. I got my hands on it thanks to a subscriber of mine who commented or sent me an email. She was a What's Up and Makeup reporter for a while, and somehow she let me know that this was available on Amazon, and I got it thanks to her. And I felt like a superstar because like nobody got this thing at the time. It had been not out, and then they re-released it, what, about a year ago? I think they re-released it. But this is a fantastic eyeshadow palette. I feel like Lorac, for whatever reason, has like dropped in their promotion. Like they don't send out PR. They don't see any ads for them. I don't know what is going on over there. I feel like they've just totally gotten buried. I feel the same way about Becca. You know, I feel like you don't see them anymore. I feel like you don't see Hourglass anymore. Like some of these brands that are really good quality, well, at least some of their stuff is really good quality, I feel like that you don't hear about them anymore. So like the Lorac, this palette is really, really good. But it's the same kind of colors that I'm used to using all the time in so many palettes. And there's so much light in here. Like if you just cover up like this, are you going to go to sleep if you look at that side? That side is so sleepy. What's fun is these guys over here. Thank you, Christina. Better than buying a palette. Oh, and I'm sure those centers will really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much for that. Because I'm pretty sure that this place, that what the big thing they're doing is they're helping the centers that are housing people with giving them food, blankets, water, paying staff, things like that. That's where the money is going. Okay, so we've got Lorac Mega Pro 3, another palette that got buried. This one got so dirty. I think I did a full review on this one. This one is like, look how filthy it is. Can you see that? Like how disgusting it got because of the white packaging. But I absolutely loved this palette when it first came out. It got a lot of love. Again, really, really good. Oh, Jen says the company was sold. Really? Well, that would explain it. Well, they sold it to the wrong people because they're not doing a very good job promoting this stuff. That's really interesting. Thank you for that information. Julie says some people turn up their noses at any brand that stores like Kohl's sell. Man, that's sad. That's really sad. Because Lorac really does have a great eyeshadow formula. They really do. They kick up a lot of powder, kind of like Anastasia Beverly Hills shadows. The pans are really, really small, kind of like Anastasia Beverly Hills shadows, but they're easier to work with, in my opinion, than the ABH shadows. Thank you, Christina. Wouldn't let me add it all at once. Thank you, Christina. Much appreciated. Thank you. She went in twice. She went in twice. But yeah, I mean, if I personally have never gotten a Lorac eyeshadow palette no, that's not true. There is a Lorac eyeshadow palette that I did not like the quality of. Where are you? Right here. Here you are. This guy right here. This guy was terrible. This is their mint edition, mint collection. The quality of this was terrible. I don't know what happened with this palette. I bought it because of the mint color, because it's so pretty. But like, you can't even see it. Like you have to pack and pack and pack and pack to get that mint color to show up. So this was a huge dud. But other than that, I've loved everything I've gotten from Lorac. Mariana, do you like the Zodiac from BH Cosmetics? I never purchased that one, so I don't know. My friend Christy over at Raw Beauty, Christy, I know, loved it though. Tattered Fairy, an Ulta manager, told me Lorac pulled all their products from Ulta and are selling only at Kohl's, which is not a good choice, in my opinion. That's not a good choice. They bet on the wrong horse there. Wrong horse with a quality formula like Lorac. Bad idea. I love their lipstick formula and their lip gloss formula as well. Their liquid lipstick formula is not good, but they have other things that are very good. All right, what else is interesting in here? Oh, here's the original Lorac Pro Palette. My friend and my sister-in-law, Amy, gave this to me. No. Yes, she did. She gave this to me because I didn't own it. And yeah, I liked it. It's a good palette. I did find these shades muddied more on me than a typical Lorac palette. And I don't know why they muddied so much. But I did give it a lot of love before it went in the drawer. It did go in the drawer. Hello to Argentina. Oh, Tabitha Witch Mom Davis says you should get the Zodiac palette, which is great. I've heard all wonderful things. Hi, Cheyenne. She used to be obsessed with this palette. I'm not sure which one she's talking about, but one of the palettes, probably a Lorac palette. Alondra says Lorac is being sold at Ulta and Kohl's since Beauty and the Beast came out. Really? Let's see, now I need to look it up. Now I need to know. I need to know. Ulta.com. Lorac. Let's see what comes up. Oh, they do have it on the website. Maybe they just don't have it in stores because it is on the website. They've got Unzip. They've got the Pro 3. Got the original Pro. Their contour palette is super fab, though. Love the contour palette. I'm going to refresh the PayPal to see if anybody else came through. Ada, it came through. Thank you, Ada. It's here. It made it. Laura says, oh, Lorac's still in her Ulta. Interesting. Maybe they just pulled it from some places. All right. Okay, so now, okay, Catherine says, shout out to anyone donating via PayPal from the UK. Make sure you select the right option under how to pay. It's only a £1.99 to send from your bank account, but it's £2.58 to send from your bank card. Good to know. Thank you, Catherine, for that information. I did not know that. All right, so this one, what about this one? Do you remember this one? Graveyard Girl palette, Swamp Queen palette. I do have a full review on this one as well. I remember I was really tan in this video for some reason. This palette was kind of hit or miss for me. I remember this shade specifically. Okay, this one's really funny. So Sippy Sippy. Can you see all the glitter? Look how pretty, but watch what happens. You see like most of the glitter is gone. And that's what happens on your face all day, is that the glitter just falls on your face. Some of it stayed. I'm surprised even that much stayed. But like a lot of it just falls away. Like it's like shiny and then it just falls away. But the quality of it, look at that. Isn't it beautiful? Really, really beautiful. I really like this palette. I should pull this one out too. This one's fun. That's a fun palette. I haven't used it in a while. It's got the vanilla scent, which I personally really like. I like my eyeshadow palettes to smell. I know everybody's constantly complaining about smelly eyeshadow palettes. I love them. That's just me. I think it adds to the amazingness of the palettes. But yeah, Swamp Queen. Smells so good. Steph says, I miss gator wings. This is a great, great shade. It's really chunky glitter though. Look at that. Look at that pigmentation. Sick. Sick. Bam. Boom, boom, boom. Look at that. Bam. Denise says she returned it. What? Charlie likes eyeshadows that smell good too. I know. Emily doesn't like eyeshadows that smell good. Inquisitor Pippa, small eyeshadow palettes are the best. I don't reach for small eyeshadow palettes. Speaking of small eyeshadow palettes, let's talk about some. We've got the Too Faced Chocolate Chip palette. I did do a full review on this. I get so many negative comments on that video. It's so funny. Anybody that finds that video now is like, you're a hater. This palette is awesome. And I'm like, okay, I'm happy for you that it's awesome for you. It was not awesome for me. It's just a sea of light. It smells really good though. They nailed the white chocolate scent on this one. They nailed it, but it's just a sea of light. If you are very fair skinned, you'll probably really like this, but if you're not very fair skinned, or unless you want to pair it with another palette, then maybe. But my friend Tina Marie, I haven't talked to Tina Marie in forever. She did a review of this. She's like medium to like, I don't know, she's pretty deeper skin. And she did a review of this and her eyes lit up like a disco ball. And she's like, It was just so funny because she's really funny. She's hilarious. I missed her. She doesn't do a lot of makeup videos anymore. It makes me sad. She doesn't do a lot of makeup videos. All right, another smaller palette. We've got the Too Faced Matte Eye Palette. Showed this palette a lot of love when I first got it, but now it puts me to sleep. Makes me bored. It just makes me bored. It was pretty good quality palette though. Kalpana says, check out Milani, please. You know, I bought like a Milani. It was like a kit or something. It was something, they had like some kind of sale or something. I got some palettes. I didn't like them. I thought they were powdery. I don't know what happened. Maybe it was just that particular palette I tried. I don't know, but I didn't like it. I didn't like it. Yeah, this is the old school Too Faced palettes. Bringing it back, bringing it back, bringing it back. Speaking of bringing it back. Bam. You remember this, baby? This is the original Comfort Zone palette by Wet n Wild. This is a fabulous palette. I haven't tried the new one, but I don't think I've tried the new one. Did I buy it? I don't remember. It's been a long time. I don't think I bought it. But this is a fabulous palette. Look at this. Look at these swatches. Wait for this. Wait for this. Wet n Wild. Come on. Coming through. Coming through Wet n Wild. Come through. Oh, man. Hold on a minute. You can't even see. This is an old palette, too. This thing is probably, oh, it's not even that good. What happened? It's probably because it's just old. This thing's probably a good, solid 5 years old. That does not look good. What happened? I remember loving this palette. What happened? You let me down. You're making a liar of me, Wet n Wild. Hold on. I got to get like something to wipe my arm off. Hold on a second. I got a brand new towel over here. My arm looks a hot mess. Amber says, you all keep saying such great things about BH baked shadows that I have to try some. I really shouldn't, since I just bought a ton of hot pots from Coastal Scents during their sale. BH Cosmetics, I mean, like, honestly, like, if you can find one that like calls to you, they really do have nice baked shadows. They do. All right, another palette that I never reach for. Oh, no, not the towel. Well, what else am I supposed to do, Denise? What else am I supposed to do? My arm's getting a mess. Too Faced Chocolate Bonbons palette. And I bought this on Periscope. I was at the Sephora sale. I was sneaking my phone in to the Sephora sale because you're not supposed to record, at least in my Sephora, they don't let you record. But I was like breaking the law. Beavis and Butthead in here. And I was recording on Periscope, and I was showing people on Periscope, like, okay, what should I get? What should I get? And like my whole thing lit up that I should get the Chocolate Bonbons palette. Like, everybody wanted me to buy this. And I liked it. I did. But now it puts me to sleep. I'm bored with it. I'm so bored with it. I think they do still sell the Chocolate Bonbons palette. I'm not 100% sure. I think they might. But it's so cute, and it smells good. And it's good. But I really prefer the newer Too Faced eyeshadow formula. I feel like the chocolate gold was a whole new level for them. A whole new level. Steph, wait, was that the time I got yelled at? No, that wasn't the time I got yelled at. The time I got yelled at, that was when I was filming for an actual video. I was doing a vlog when I got yelled at. You remember that, Steph? You're so funny. But no, that time I didn't get caught. That was a little incognito. That was after I got caught. I learned my lesson. You got to hide your phone. I don't do it very often. Like, I think I've done it maybe one other time since then. I don't like breaking the law. I feel bad. But anyway, I feel like chocolate gold, I feel like chocolate gold brought Too Faced eyeshadows to a whole nother level. I feel like now when I use any eyeshadow palettes that were created before the chocolate gold, except for the matte peach, the Just Peachy palette, the matte one. Other than that one, I feel like I'm like the original chocolate bar palette, the bonbons, the original peach palette. I'm kind of like, because I like that strong, intense pigmentation, and I feel like they're a lot more subtle. So if you like more subtle looks, you'll probably like the older formula. Monica had a great idea. Let's find out what Monica's idea was. Okay. Monica's going to Disneyland instead of having Thanksgiving. Well, that's nice. Yay, Monica. Angela just got the chocolate gold and haven't used it yet. Oh, it's so good. So good. Sarah loves the chocolate gold too. It's so good. It's super fab. All right, let's keep going. We got so many things left in here. Okay, we've got the original Naked, Moment of Silence. Got the Naked 2, and these are old. These are old. They're really old. I just keep them anyway. Because they're good. They're good for duping purposes. They are. They're good for duping purposes. This one, you can see how much love. There's so much love that this shadow couldn't even handle it and fell out of the pan because I've just loved this thing so much. This was the palette that inspired my YouTube channel. When I had only ever used old school like CoverGirl and Revlon eyeshadow palettes and stuff like that before this. And when I got this, I was like, oh my gosh, I don't really suck at this. Like, I can actually create a look that looks really pretty. I was watching Marlena from Makeup Geek a lot on her channel. I was watching Emily Noel. And I was like, oh my gosh, I can do eyeshadow. There was a girl named Rubenesque back in the day that I used to watch a lot too. And this is when I realized that I can actually do this. I can do this, was because of this palette. Now I'm kind of like, I don't ever use it. I don't even use it. So Sharon says, Urban Decay has never attracted me. Hopefully I said your name correctly. And then Angela, naked is Snoresville now. Stephanie says the gingerbread palette looks beautiful. I have a full review on the gingerbread palette if you're curious about that. Kay Shogun says, I think the first Naked inspired so much. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Karen says, I grabbed the Naked original a couple of weeks ago. Never had it. Don't want to miss out. There you go. I mean, it is a good palette. It is good. It's definitely good. I like it better than the original Lorac Pro palette. It's good. It's definitely not my favorite palette, but it's good. Oh, I do have one that's really, really good though. This one, Lunatic Labs. If you've never tried anything from Lunatic Labs and you like this style, if you've got like that kind of, you like this kind of vibe, this is really good. I need to leave this one out too. This is a great palette. This is their, what's it called? This is the Supernatural Eyeshadow Palette. And it's super fab. I really like this. They're all, well, no, there's one shimmer. This is a shimmer. And the rest are matte. And it reminds me a lot of the Dose of Colors Mauves palette, just in the quality of it. But it's just a different brand. It's definitely a different palette than that. But it kind of reminds me of that. I think this one came out first, though. This is a fantastic eyeshadow palette. Lunatic Labs does not get enough love. They're super fab. All right, so what else do we have in here? What is this? Oh, this is what made me fall in love with Solo Look. This is the Solo Look Flash Dance palette. I'm not sure if they sent me this in PR or not, but I love the quality of these shadows. The quality of shadows is super amazing. Hold on, they're so soft. Well, that one, this one's got a lot of pigment in it. It's a little bit gritty, but these, the rest of them are very, very soft. See that? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Let's see if I can. My arm is so dry. I think that's, what is going on here with my swatches today? That is not swatching well at all. Let's build them up. It's been a minute since I've used this, but I remember really liking this palette. What is going on here? Let's try again. Let's build. There we go. We're getting it in the build. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Buildable shadows. There we go. Better. Much better. Buildable. I did not remember that about this palette, but fell in love with this eyeshadow formula from the Flashdance palette. Really, really good. And I feel like that was the last time they had a color story that was cohesive. I would love to be on the consult team for Solo Look because they have such cute concepts, but their execution of their color stories is just, I don't even know what's going on over there. I've offered. So I'm hoping the 90210 palette comes through. I'm really hoping because they do have a good quality eyeshadow formula overall. I did review the Grease palette. It was just okay for me. I'm rooting for Solo Look because the people over there are super nice and I want them to do well. But yeah, I want them to do well. I do. But you gotta be honest about things. You know, you can't sugarcoat it. Nobody improves from sugarcoating. All right, Tina says, anybody bought the Laura Lee Nudie palette and having blending issues now? I think the formula has changed already. No, that would make me so sad. I have it. I did a full review on it. I really liked it. Laura sent it to me though, so it's been since the beginning. Born to Run, Monica says. Yeah, everybody says the Born to Run is fabulous. Kapana, I haven't tried Wet n Wild in a really long time. The last time I bought a Wet n Wild palette was probably 3 years ago. So I really need to try it again. I need to try it again. FTC MUA says, try the makeup eraser for swatches. I have a makeup eraser hanging on my bathroom door over there. And I should. That's actually a really good idea. My arm is so dry. Oh my gosh, so dry. All right, let's dig into down here because I've got a bunch of other stuff down here. Check this out. Check this out. Oh my gosh, I have to show you this one. See if you remember this. Memory Lane. Do you remember this? This is the Esperanza palette by Kat Von D. This is a fabulous eyeshadow palette. Look at this color story. Look at this. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? These colors are sick. Sick. They're amazing. Hold on. Watch this. Watch this. Look at that. How beautiful that is. I don't know if you can see by the other swatches. Oh my gosh. I need to like wash my arm. But this color right here is so beautiful. So beautiful. I remember the first looks I created with this palette. I was so happy. I was like, Maria says, what about Chrisanna Cosmetics? I like my Chrisanna and Cosmetics palettes. I do have one here. I have the, where did it go? Where did you come from? Where did you go? I think it's over. Hold on a minute. Chrisanna and Cosmetics, there were those workable shadows. Those are the shadows that you really need to work at to get them to work. They're good. But I would say, in my opinion, even, I love Chrisanna Ann. I love her so much. She is such a sweetheart. I would say they're like a 5 for me. I find them to sometimes be powdery, and I find them to be a little difficult to work with, but the shades are beautiful. I love the color story she chooses, but the quality just isn't there for me for the Chrisanna Ann shadows. They're just okay for me, unfortunately, even though I love her, I adore her, I love her. And I don't want her to be sad that I feel that way, but that's the way I feel, and I have to be honest. So she's an amazing, amazing person. And she comes to live chat all the time. She's a subscriber of mine, and I adore her. Jamie says, just hanging out, getting ready with my little one, little lonesome Ultimate Basics palette. Oh, I love the Ultimate Basics. I love the Urban Decay Ultimate Basics. Oh, let me go back to this because I wasn't done with this. I wasn't done with this. These guys right here, this guy, look at that. That's what the Mint palette should have been. Let me put it right here. That's what the Lorac Mint palette, that's what it should have been. This thing, I'm going to pull this out because I'm going to play with this. I don't care if it's a springtime palette, but like, really, it's so beautiful. So beautiful. I'm pulling that one back out. Okay. All right. Here's another one. Shout out to Peanut Butter and Jelly palette by Too Faced. This is one. It was just okay for me. It was just okay. This jelly shade was terrible. It was awful. Zoeva shadows, I've never tried, Shaban. I've never tried those. I wish I had, but I haven't. I've heard they're fantastic, though. I've heard they're wonderful. Monica P says, can't wait to get the James Charles palette. Me either. But your girl is going to have to purchase it because your girl is not on Morphe PR, and I'm okay with that. But just know you're going to have to wait a little longer because your girl is not on Morphe PR. I did put my hat in my what do you put it? My hat in the ring for when James put out the tweet about, you know, show me your looks, and because I'm sending out PR, I was like, I'm not really the best at doing looks, but I'll review the heck out of that palette. And I don't think he's going to send it to me. I wouldn't send me a palette. To be honest with you, let me be honest right now. If I had a company, I wouldn't send it to me. I wouldn't, because it's too much of a risk. When there's so many people out there that won't be honest about it, I feel like I'm too much of a risk. I wouldn't send me PR. I'd be afraid. Unless I 100% believe in my product. If I believed 100% and I knew that it was amazing, I would send it to me. But if I had any question, I would not send me PR. I wouldn't do it. So, but anyway, all right, peanut butter and jelly. It still smells really good. I feel like it smells a little more chocolatey than I remember. But I can smell the peanut butter. But this shade right here was trash. But the rest of them I liked. I liked this shade. This shade was really pretty. This guy right here, like a little shimmery action. That guy was pretty. I remember that guy. I liked him. But other than that, I can pass on that one. I was just okay. I have a video that's really old called the Smelly Palette Smackdown. And I talk about that palette and a few of the other palettes that were really popular back then. Thank you, Belinda. Thank you so much. Ada says, which Bad Habit palette is similar to the ABH Sultry? I don't know if they've come out with one yet. I have not seen one yet. Yeah, Elizabeth says, unless you think your palette is bomb. I know. I wouldn't. I honestly, it's a risk sending me stuff. So favorite color in the peanut butter palette is definitely that one. This one right here. It's called Bananas. This guy right here. Oh, love that guy. But other than that, it's kind of like me. All right, what else we got in here? Okay, all right, we're bringing it back. Let's bring it back old school Too Faced. I did a full review on this. I think I was the only person that liked this palette. I do. I think I was the only one. I like this palette. I thought it was good. For some reason, the internet did not like it, but I liked it. I did a full review on it. I remember doing the demo. I remember that was when I first started doing like the music in the background of the demos. And I think I really liked this video. Like I was really proud of this video when it came out. But yeah, I like this palette. maybe I got one of the good ones. They said that there was like good batches and bad batches of the Nikki Tutorials palette, the Power of Makeup. So what palette do I use the most? This is the thing though. See, I can't really say because I use whatever palette I'm testing. So like for the past, 2 weeks or so, I've been using mostly the Anastasia Beverly Hills Sultry palette, and I've been dipping into the Norvina palette and the Soft Glam palette because I'm working on a comparison video, but I've mostly been using the Sultry palette. It's really based on what I'm reviewing because this isn't a normal collection. This is somebody that reviews makeup on YouTube collection. There's no reason for any human to have like palettes sitting around like this. I kind of feel bad because it does seem wasteful to have so much just not being used, but I use them for duping purposes. So that's why they exist. It has to do with my job. But I don't really use, there's no palettes that I'm like if I wasn't testing anything, I would probably mostly reach for my Chocolate Gold palette, my Colored Rain Queen of Hearts palette, and Juvia's Place palettes. Those are probably my favorites right now, but I never really use them because I'm constantly testing new things. So, Karen came in, didn't know who Nikki Tutorials was. It's so funny how many people on YouTube have like millions of subscribers and I've never heard of them in my life. There are so many people, millions, and I've never heard of them. So I don't blame Karen for not knowing who Nikki Tutorials is. Not everybody's going to know, but she's got 10 million subscribers, 11 million, I don't know. But there are people that have that many subscribers that I've never heard of in different niches. So, I'm not going to be trying the Alien palette by Jeffree Star. I thought about it. I still feel kind of icky buying from him, number one. And it's not because of things that he did 10 years ago. It's not because of that. It's because of more recent things. And also, but the big thing, I thought about it, but then the big thing was just looking at it and thinking, would I actually use this eyeshadow palette? Is this something that I actually want to review? And to me, it was a no. And it was the colors. It just didn't look like something I wanted to review. It's not something I'm excited to review. The James Charles palette, I'm excited to review. I'm really excited to review that one. But the Alien palette just wasn't I give him serious props for coming up with something unique though, because it's definitely unique. I definitely give him that. But it just was it wasn't calling to me. It wasn't calling to me, so I'm not. Christina says the Bad Habit Arabesque is the Soft Glam dupe. Is it? Okay. I think so. I believe you're right. I think that you are 100% right. Will I review the Emily Edit Wants palette? No, I won't. I'm not going to review the Emily palettes because Emily's been through so much and I want to let it go. And I'm not trying to cause any extra drama in her life. I feel like there's been enough surrounding it. I'm just letting it go. It's not worth it. I care about Emily too much to add extra to her life. So I'm not going to review it, which makes me kind of sad, but yeah, she's just such a wonderful person. She really is. I mean, she has my heart. I adore her. Emily says, how long does it take you to do your makeup? Probably on average about 45 minutes to an hour, especially if I'm talking. Susan says, just looking at the Jeffree Star Alien, I don't get excited. I didn't get excited either. I don't know. I mean, I think that for the right person, it's going to be great. Okay. Go on to the next palette. Let's see what else we got here. Okay. We've got the Kat Von D. What is this? This is the one. I always forget. Is this the Monarch or the Chrysalis? I think it's the Chrysalis. Monarch, Chrysalis. I don't know. It's another purplish palette. This is one, again, I used for a little bit, got bored with it, stopped using it. I don't know. So, yeah. Let's see. What else do we have here? Okay. Here we go. Lorac Mega Pro 4. I think I have all of them, except for maybe the most recent one. I don't think I got the most recent one. This one I really like the color story of. This shade right here, Moss. Look at that. I mean, where else do you get that? Where else do you get that? Nowhere. Nowhere. Why don't I use this more often? I want to pull this out. Look at this guy. This guy is called Peacock. Look at that. How fun is that? This is Fairy Tale. Look at that. What? This is coming out. I haven't played with that enough. That needs to get played with more. Look at this. Look at these things. Sick. What's beautiful? Absolutely beautiful. I need to play with that. I want to play with that right now. Like that's calling to me to play with right now. It's so good. It's so good. Okay. Rachel says, are you doing a get ready with me soon? I don't really do those. I have a couple of live streams that I've done recently getting ready with me, but I don't really do a lot of those. Do you enjoy those, Rachel? Maybe I'll do more of them. Maybe I should. Mr. Ashtown, I did not get that one, and I should have Jen. Oh, is that one still available, the Lorac Mega Pro 4? I think it might still be available. Oh my gosh, it's time to go already? I'm so sad. I have so much left to show you. Maybe we should do this again next week. Maybe we'll do it again next week. The palette thing. I think that would be good. I got so much left. Hold on. I'm going to check. Mega Pro 4. Is it at Ulta? No, it's not. Lorac. It came up with Peter Thomas Roth when I typed in Mega Pro 4. What is that? Looks like at Lorac Cosmetics Nordstrom Rack. Ooh, Nordstrom Rack. $24 at Nordstrom Rack. What? Is that actually a real thing? It is. This is $24 at Nordstrom Rack right now. What? Seriously? See, I would buy that for $24 in a second. In a second. It's on the Rocks. Wait, is it on the Rocks website? Let me see. It's $35 at Lorac's website, and it's $25 at Nordstrom Rack. Oh no, my internet! Gotta be kidding me. Are you freaking serious?